Brad Lackey here to talk to you a little bit about my friend and yours, Danny Magoo Chandler. For all you youngsters out there, you probably don't know who Magoo is, but he used to be a cartoon character, and so he was always getting in trouble and making mistakes and falling off cliffs and crashing, so that's how Danny kind of got that nickname. Just like all of us, you know, from day one, he loved to ride motorcycles and race motorcycles, and that's what he did most of his life. He's a Northern California rider like myself. We grew up riding together in the local Bay Area. Danny and I raced all over the place, you know, together as we were growing. I'm a little bit older than him, so I remember back when he was even riding a 250cz. He came to the line and he was so little. He's not very big now, but he was really little then. And his dad had to put 2 giant wooden blocks under his feet so he could take off on the bike on the starting line because he was so small and so young at the time. You know, Danny didn't grow much from that time, but he sure has grown in popularity, so he's one of the favorite riders all over the world. Danny's career was a wonderful career. He had many victories that no other riders could accomplish. He won nationals on 125, 250s, and 500 class bikes. Won Trans Ams, many races, local races all over the United States. And you know, he did something that even the greats of Europe could never do. He won all 4 motos at the prestigious Motocross and Trophy of the Nations in Europe. He's the only guy to ever do that. Not even the man, Roger DeCosta or Joel or anybody, you know. He went over there and he beat everybody in '82. He was crazy on a bike. He was one of the first guys to do freestyle type moves. I remember seeing him at the Rose Bowl Supercross, and he went over a jump, did a complete pancake, took his hand off one-handed. You know, this was before freestyle, and he was one of the original guys. And his career even lapsed into like Supermoto of today. He was the winner at the U.S. Supermoto. It was called Carlsbad Superbikers, filmed on TV by ABC. I don't know if you're lucky enough to see that, but watch that race, and Danny was one of the first Supermoto guys too.
Oh, here's where he made the move on the last lap. Oh, he looked the wrong way! Steve Weiss looked to his left in the rear.
He's done quite a bit of things on motorcycles, and no matter what type of racing he's doing, he was always spectacular. His whole world came crashing down on him in December of 1985 at the Supercross in Paris, where he went over a jump and just happened to clip a hay bale, and it pitched him over the front end of the bike and ended up being paralyzed and being in a wheelchair the rest of his life. So he's struggling really hard. Danny's still out there helping everybody. He goes to countless schools around the United States, teaching clinics to all the young kids, the grandkids, and you know, younger riders that don't know much about the safety issues of racing motocross, and if they did crash, you know, how to fall off the bike properly, if there is a way to do that, you know, what kind of gear to use, what kind of neck braces and those kind of things, helping the young riders understand that it is more dangerous and you have to be more prepared. Danny's doing this on his own dime and with some really bad equipment. He has a terrible vehicle, and that's one of the reasons we're here talking right now. We're trying to generate some support so we can buy Danny a new van, like one of the ones behind me, something really nice that's custom made just for his handicaps that he has and his needs, where he can actually go to the track, stay overnight, kind of an RV setup where he'd have everything he needed. And so we're trying to generate funds to help that project along, and that's where I need your support. So, you know, all the manufacturers that Danny rode for, you know, you can't really expect them to help and pay for stuff. They can't help every injured rider, but us as the fans, you know, we're his fans, and you know, we're the ones that got to see him, and he entertained us a bunch with all his antics, and so I really believe it's up to us, the fans, to help him out and get him going and get him in a van. Coming up in a couple weeks, there's going to be a huge eBay auction with lots of memorabilia going up for bid from past and present riders. We're going to have a Motocross of the Nation jacket from David Bailey that he got when he rode for the U.S. team. We're going to have jerseys from Jason Lawrence, Bob Hanna, and a few other guys that, you know, stuff that's signed by them that they're going to give up to help raise funds. There's going to be all kinds of other things. It's going to be pretty huge. I can't name all the stuff, but if you're really looking for something special for a gift for somebody else or just for your collection, go online and check that out. And all the money goes to Danny's fund for his van. There's no fees for anybody helping. There's nothing. Every dime that we raise will go to help him get a good ride. If you guys can take a look on your screen now, there'll be some information on where to send funds. I'd really like to thank the people who have already helped and supported a charity, the fund that we have going for him, and especially Mr. Mallard, thanks for your efforts, and some other friends in Europe. know, he's the kind of guy that out on the track put in all the effort to entertain us and do stuff that was really dangerous at the time, so we'd have a good time at the track watching him. And you know, he has a hard time just getting up and doing anything. You know, every day is a struggle for him. So if we can make it easier for him, I'm counting on you guys to help me out, and let's take care of one of our own and get Danny a really nice ride, so when he pulls in someplace he can feel good about himself and get there in some style. Thank you.